Friday. We're gonna make a quick stop up here at Juniper, actually Sunstone, check on the progress from the soffit repair, and then we're gonna get on the road. Boy, it was a lot chillier this morning, 48 degrees here on Wednesday. And I think, yesterday morning it was right around 58 or right around 60, close to 60 early in the morning. So it's definitely a little chillier this morning. We did have that cloud cover, that weird hazy cloud cover yesterday. That it was clear as a bell just like this morning. And then those clouds kind of rolled in. That mixture of hazy clouds and regular clouds kind of mixed together there. But today's nice and clear this morning. And we're gonna be getting up the 395 up to Carson. We're gonna go see Greg, check out his operation up there, and look at the RV park project that supposed to be kicking off real soon. He's looking to have permits in hand, all that good stuff, and so we're gonna go see what he's got going on and just spend a few hours up with him this morning and see where we're at. Okay, I see they got the machine out of the pool area. I don't know that they're done yet. It doesn't look like they are. It looks like they've got the material up, and all they've got to do is put trim. So that's cool. That's all put back together. So all they got to do is put the trim on and paint it, and we'll be out of here. All right, I figured I'm in no rush this morning, so, and I don't think I've ever stopped and shared this little vantage point. We are here. You can see the lake over there. We're up here on top. This is the Blue Star Memorial Highway. A little windy up here. These are some of the different sites and things to explore in the area. Mono. I got corrected again because I slipped and said mono, but it's mono. So if you want to pause the video and read that, I'm not going to sit and read it to you. But Mono Diggins. What a beautiful view we have here this morning. We've got it feels like you could just jump right off and fly. That would be awesome if, well, I wouldn't dare do a hang glider, especially in this wind, but definitely a good spot to, if it was nice and calm, it'd be a good spot to do it. Get out there and glide around, but there's that huge body of water. I would roughly, I'm gonna guesstimate from there all the way to there, I don't know, at least 20 miles, maybe a little bit more. A big body of water there. Just that little stretch of highway right there, going from there to there is a couple miles. So you think all the way across, all the way to the other side there. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the view as much as I am. It's pretty windy, so I'm gonna get back in and keep on moving. We're heading to Carson to meet Greg. We'll keep it rolling. Well, we're getting close to Bridgeport. Kind of dropped down off the grade there. This little place right here is pretty cool. There's a little RV park that I thought, oh, that'd be pretty fun. Virginia Creek. And then you got at this little deal here. Willow Resort Springs. Looks like they got quite a little crowd in there. Kind of tucked away down here in this little valley as you drop down into Bishop here. I'm not Bishop, Bridgeport. I really like Bridgeport. Seems like a nice little place to settle down. There's nothing to do. There's no work unless you're a cattle rancher. Other than that, it's really kind of an off the beaten path. Nothing really going on, but I feel like in the next 10 to 20 years, I would say it's going to have some expansion. People are, we're running out of room in Mammoth, so they got to go somewhere. And they want to be up here in this Eastern Sierra. The river, there's the East Fork and the West Fork of the, I forget what the name of the river is. It's right up here. That comes right down through. There's a reservoir there. You can fish, do some fishing. It's not a bad little place. Wouldn't mind spending a couple nights in Bridgeport one of these days. Never been way over there. One day when we have nothing better to do, we'll find that road that he's on over there and take a drive out over there and see, just kind of check things out. I think it's called the Bridgeport Land Trust. Something Land Trust that owns a vast majority of grazing land out here. And this is like Yellowstone type ranches out here. Big ranches. Well, here's the little main strip here. You got the Motor Inn. Looks like they're all getting ready for their 4th of July parade. It's right here in front of the old courthouse there. They got a stage set up. Everybody's getting ready for their celebration of independence. Twin Lakes, so that's 13 miles up that way. Definitely got to go check out Twin Lakes. What a view. I mean, could you imagine waking up to that every day? That's just like Mammoth, but a lot more spread out. Still some pretty magnificent mountains, but just kind of more laid down. And boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of cattle out here in this big meadow that extends across the whole area. It's just one huge meadow, lots of water, tons of water out here. Green grass all summer long. And these are the definition right here of California happy cows. They're living their best life before they turn into something to sustain the population. It's a necessary evil, but it's definitely it's beautiful. At least they get to spend the life they have out here. One more little pit stop. So there's the river right there. Now I remember that one year when we had the big snow. I think we passed through here, and that water line was way up here, way up. So here's life of a water drop. Oh, there we go. Okay. You got the cutthroat trout. This Big Fork River, I can't remember. It's got to say somewhere here. What's it say? Oh, it's Walker. Yeah, duh. I knew the name, but so this is like a little day use area. And I bet you catch a fish right in here. Pretty deep. Nice little stretch my legs real quick and get some fresh air. Some more history. Rivers to roads. So yeah, covered wagons used to follow the river, now it's roads. That's your history lesson for today. We're gonna keep on moving. Hope you guys are enjoying the trip so far. Just trying to keep it interesting. I know I get a lot of seat time video, and I'm sure it gets old after a while. So especially when I'm by myself and I don't really have to worry about being in a hurry for anybody, I like to stop, take my time, and show you guys the area a little bit more. I'm really enjoying this truck. It's just such a smooth driving truck. I've never been a really big Dodge fan, but and I'm not saying I would go out and, you know, this one kind of came to us because it was part of an acquisition that we did. So we kind of got stuck with it. We got stuck. The good thing is we didn't have to buy it. We just took over the payment. But I do like the way it drives. I haven't towed with it yet, so that'll be. I know Owen's towed quite a bit. Mike's towed quite a bit with it. They both said that it tows really good. It's got the Acer transmission in it, and it's just a really smooth, nice driving truck. It feels real. It sticks to the road really good, and there's not a lot of play in the steering at all, and it really hugs the road for a big truck. It just, suspension's good, and it with the diesel's quiet too. It's very quiet, so it's I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun, change of pace, driving something different for a little while, and eventually I'm gonna get the Sprinter van. Just haven't really mustered up the courage to get one just yet. They're pretty expensive, and just want to make sure it's really what I want before I go spend that kind of money on something like that. And I'm thinking it is, because, you know, I really want a way to do the traveling, and, you know, if I want to just pull off and stop and just crawl in the back and go to sleep, I think that's just perfect. And I got room for the dogs, and just with Lori and I, you know, for little, maybe not going across country, but I mean, you definitely could, if you were up for it. You could go wherever you want, you know, every once in a while stop and get a hotel, but, you know, most nights you could just pull off and sleep in the van. I think it'd be pretty cool. So we're actually getting ready to drop down into Walker, and that's where we have that carport project. We're gonna be passing right by that. I'm not gonna stop there today. We might stop on the way back, but probably not, because I have to be at another got to be back in June Lake early afternoon to walk another project over there. So I'm gonna get up here and see Greg and see what his operation's looking like, and then get back to Mammoth. We made it up to Reno here, and this is Greg's little homestead here. He's got 3.5 acres. Just a beautiful little place here. And this used to be a tack room that was on the homestead, and he's converted this into a a really nice guest house. You can see the pavers and the stonework and all the wood stuff here. This is just beautiful. And then you get inside, you got the vaulted ceilings here. I really like how that almost looks like flooring. What is that?
That's cedar.
Yeah.
We pre-finished it, about 4 coats of lacquer all sides.
So that really ties in with the beam here. So this is going to be the kitchen area here.
Yeah.
With a little...
This whole place is only 600 square feet.
A little floating. What are you going to do around the top there? Are you going to do metal or are you going to do something?
It'll probably be cedar.
Yeah. Box it out.
There's some lighting that uplights that area up there.
Oh, that'll be
So
that's cool.
And
And it's got a little fireplace there. Is it a dual-sided? Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the accent wall. I like that. Those are huge.
That's not the real accent wall though. That whole wall's leather. There's 9 leather panels.
Oh wow. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Wow. Now that. And this would be the washroom. Yeah.
Washroom. So
Okay. So utility room. This is awesome. This would be plenty big enough for me.
the skylights everywhere, which is really a key thing in a small space.
So this, and that was already there, right? You just kind of, or did you add those?
No, that was there.
Yeah.
We added the soffits.
Yeah.
Extended this closet
So
up.
it's
This
kinda-
is part of the garage.
Okay. Kind of hard to believe that this was a tack room and horse stalls. Converted into a really, I love this tile work you did. Excellent,
That's
excellent.
definition of insanity, because all those pieces were separated, even on the floor.
Wow.
They're all singles. Even the linear tiles are all singles, so you can imagine. trying
Yeah,
to
it
set
took a
all
little
that
bit of
stuff,
time to do this one, huh?
in a month.
Yeah. Woo. Boy, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I mean, this is just the perfect. Got the trees. This little covered area here. Yeah, this is, you can't beat this.
Look up towards the mountains where you see the snow. It's a combination of blocks and attachments. So you can see the blocks, it's all engineered. Look here.
So that just sets right on the TPO.
Well, there's an isolation membrane.
It's not actually attached. The weight's what's holding it down, right?
The weight, and we have very specific attachments.
Oh, okay.
So here and there's some attachments too.
Got it.
There's another 160 modules up here.
It's a big one.
And again, with carpet walls and everything else, the microinverters make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So there's the carports down there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of solar.
Look at how straight everything is.
Yeah.
It's clean. Despite the fact that the carports are not.
They're not perfectly square.
Oh, we're not in close.
So here's the infrastructure for that system.
So we're missing the cover plate still. They've been on back order
Yeah.
since February. But each one of these breakers represents one of the arrays out either on the roof or in the parking lot. So each one is roughly 100 panels per breaker.
Per breaker, yeah.
Yeah. Some of them are a little short of that. And then there's the main breaker, and from that's always hot because that ties in direct to the line side of the grid.
It's heavy duty stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we're on our way back. Boy, that was a long day. We drove around. We went to all over Reno, Carson. Looked at the, my battery died, so I couldn't get any footage, and I had to go buy a charger. Just got it charged back up. But the RV project, didn't get to show you guys that. Nothing spectacular, but it's just a raw piece of ground right now. But that was the main reason we came up, was for the to look at what has to happen for the infrastructure on the RV park. But we got to see everything. Got to see Greg's place up there. He's got a beautiful house, and he's got a lot going on up in Reno Carson area. And it sounds like we're going to be definitely doing some work together in the future up there. So it was well worth the trip. We're heading back towards Mammoth now. I'm seeing severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, so we might get into some rain. If we do, I'll try to get some good content. Maybe we'll get a lightning bolt or something on the video. But we stopped and got some in and out, so I was starving. We kind of went driving around all day and didn't eat or anything, and I was definitely ready to get on out of there. But we had a good time and got to see a lot. Got to meet people that Greg works with and some other people. So I think all in all, it was a real productive trip, and I got to kind of know my way around the area up there pretty well. So it'll be a lot easier when when I'm looking at these plans and stuff like that. I've already seen the site. I know what I'm kind of up against, and I'll be able to provide a lot more accurate numbers for what has to happen up there. So we're gonna just kick back and take our time and get on back to Mammoth. Well, it's pretty dark over that way. I've been kind of watching the map. It's just off to the west of us here. I don't know if we'll get into it, but it's definitely storming over that way. We're starting to get a little drip on the windshield here, just as we get out of Bridgeport. Headed south towards Mono Lake. A lot of traffic, a lot of people jockeying for position for the holiday weekend here. Tomorrow we're gonna get a few things done, try to just wrap up as much as we can by around lunchtime. Lori's already at the house. She made it up. So it's gonna be family time and relax, hang out, just have a good time till Sunday. Looking forward to that. Just spending some time with the family and not thinking about work. It'll be nice. Reservations required to enter Yosemite. Can you imagine that? You got to have a reservation to go to a national park that you pay taxes for. Stuff's getting out of hand. It really is. Never would have thought you'd have to have a reservation to go to Yosemite. They've been doing that for a couple years now. I know one way to get through there, you just go after hours. The gates close around 6 or 7, and that's when you enter the park. I used to go from there over to Watsonville all the time, and you'd either have to pay to get through each time, or if you just waited till after hours, you can just drive right through. So during the day though, if you don't have a pass, an annual summer pass, I believe it's like $30 just to cross. $30 just to cross through. And now you can't even, during the day, you can't go. They won't let you in without the reservation. They'll turn you around. And that gate is about 15 miles up from the 395, so you drive all the way up there and find out that you need a reservation. That's not going to be a happy day for you. Isn't that just gorgeous over there? I wish I lived out here. Just had a big old ranch and just spend my days on the ranch. That would be the life.